when you're getting married,
if you get married, you make vows,
right? You're dealing with somebody who has the authority to bind you as husband and wife, right? You're dealing with a preacher, you're dealing with whoever you have to bind that marriage. But for a secularist, that's just some random guy who went on the internet and got a certificate and says, okay, now I have the authority through the state to bind you as a person and a person.
Sure, are you still not making vows? Like, I promise to take care of you in sickness and in health. That's a vow.
I would say
the Christian vows are the exact same as a secular vow.
No, they're not.
No.
Yes, they are.
Well,
how is a secular vow binding?
Through paper and word.
So you can tailor the paper how you want, right?
You absolutely can, but the baseline vow is the exact same as a Christian vow. Like, I promise to take care of you in sickness and in health. Is that not the same?
Wait, the secular vow is more binding?
You can have a courthouse wedding with zero vows whatsoever. It's not a requirement for a secular marriage that you vow anything.
I'm sure I know you can write your own whatever, but most of the time, have you ever been to a secular wedding where they're not like, I promise to take care of you in sickness and health?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say the same shit.
That's what I'm saying. They say the exact same stuff as a Christian wedding would.
No.
But you're saying there is no vow.
It depends. The point here, though, is that they don't need to. There's nothing binding about it. There's a state contract. So if
it's also a verbal contract.
Hang on.
Wait.
If secularists decided to get married absent the state, two people got together and they're like, we're just now married because we've decided we are, and they're secularists. Why is that not binding? Damien, that's as binding as a state marriage, which is as easy to break as a cell phone contract.
Yes. In Texas, common law marriage, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do is say, I am married to you. You are married to me. You have to address that person as your husband, introduce him as your husband. There's no like ceremony. There's nothing. It's literally just like,
so
you're my husband now.
Let's say there is no vow. You're still putting all of everything on the line. That's a vow in itself.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
But that's the point. It's like, why would he have to put everything on? Why would he have to do that? Why would he want to subject himself?
Because you're risking everything you have for that person. That's the same thing with the vow, through sickness and health. If she got sick, I could just leave her, but I'm not going to do that.
Then how are you risking everything if you can exit the contract?
Because you still lose half of everything.
No. There's an incentive, a monetary incentive for women, right? Mm-hmm. They generally gain in a divorce, not men, which gives them incentive to break this contract. They're not losing half of shit.
That's why a man needs to be prudent in his search for a wife, like prudent.
Or a man, a secularist. How could you convince a secularist man, instead of being prudent, to just say, well, I'm not going to get married by the state? That's the ultimate prudence.
Well, I guess in someone like Brian's mind, there's literally no point to even try to convince him because he doesn't even care or doesn't believe in the same values.
Married at all, right? What would be the point of a secularist getting married, a non-religious person? What would actually be the point and principle here for them?
So I want to see your viewpoint as another Christian. What would you say?
To what?
This whole situation.
Your question?
Well, which question are you asking?
Could you convince? Do you have an argument to convince Brian from a secular standpoint?
Me and Andrew have tangled on this so many times, and I destroy him. I'm kidding.
You cannot make a compelling argument to a non-religious person in modernity who's a man to get married. You can't make a good argument for it. They take all the risk for no particularly good reason from their worldview.
Did you hear Vi's
argument? They have nothing binding. There's nothing binding. The only reason that they would do it is essentially to simp for a woman. I don't know why else they would do it. Like, imagine, if you will, that you didn't believe in God, you're not a Christian, right? You think that all of that is nonsense. You're a secularist. You give me, real quick, sir, a compelling reason. You tell your friend a compelling reason why he should get married as two secularists, two non-religious people. What would be the reasoning you would give him?
To sponsor
a K-1 visa.
Perfect.
Hang on. Let him answer.
Sponsor the perfect wife from Korea.
Wait, hold on. If I can just add really quick, I guess, I'm even of the opinion that even Christian men should take pause when it comes to marriage.
That's unbiblical. Except for the fact that you need to be prudent in your search for a biblical wife. Yes.
No, but
he said take pause.
Take pause insofar as as a Christian man, I don't actually have any religious or theological objections to marriage. But here's, I think, one of the issues is that what a lot of people fail to realize, whether you're conservative, traditional, Christian, whatever, the state presides over your marriage, not the biblical values.
That is true.
So when the woman's unhappy, she's going to go to the state, not God. Mm-hmm. And then even
Well,
if
she
your
should be
wife,
going to
hold
God.
on. Yeah, but even if your wife is not inclined to screw you over in the divorce, maybe she's a good person, whatever, is the divorce attorney?
But that's why there's other things, like you need to know that the wife you're going to marry is going to seek help in friends first, biblical friends, and then counseling. Like you are willing to do counseling with your partner before you ever talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, you want
Ronaldo,
somebody
what do you do about
tough.
the fact
You want
that
somebody
you have
tough.
thousands upon thousands of self-identified Christians, non-denominational, and others, not just non-denominational, but many self-identified Christians who, when they go through the divorce process, maybe 5-10 years down the road after marriage, right, the woman does default to lawyer and the state. People do change over time. It's almost impossible to determine what a person is going to do. Even if you think you really know them, they change very quickly. And if they're in that predicament, you don't exactly know what's going to happen. So the idea that you can say to a secularist, especially a non-religious person like Brian, like, really, think about this. Give Brian, let's pretend, no, you have no religion whatsoever. You never found Jesus Christ. You never found any of this. Look at Brian, give him your most compelling reason why him as a man should get married, absent any of those justifications. Try. It's actually quite difficult. I actually want to see it.
So for me, I feel like if I was a secular person and if you were asking for me to produce with you and have kids with you, I'd be like, hell no, bro. You need to put a ring on my finger because that tells me that you are committed to me.
But I could just reverse this argument.
You could
and
all
say-
you wanted, but
and say,
he asked me for an
"Whoa,
argument on my side.
you wanna
That
have
was my
kids
argument.
with me, and you want to prove to me that you love me.
How do I know that if I don't give you kids, you're not going to just leave me?
You're not going to open me up to this potential liability. And the
You're
woman
right,
could
but
say
like
the same thing too.
your stance is just out of fear. Fear literally is like 85% of things that we fear about don't even happen.
No, it would be fear both ways. No,
But isn't the divorce rate like
because
80%?
the woman, hang on, it's fear both ways. Because the woman is saying, absent this commitment, I don't want to give you this out of fear that I might get screwed over. The guy
Well, no,
saying,
also-
But what does fear stand
Same
for?
argument
False
both
evidence
ways.
appearing real.
It's
That
a
was
valid
beautiful.
fear, though.
That's good.
Yeah,
like
both are valid fears.
Wait, so okay, give me your thing again.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So she's Korean.
Well, I,
Large
yeah,
labia.
I just made
Guinness
up
World
a thing.
Record labia.
Everything on your checklist that you
I only date
can't
women
find
with Audis, so.
that you couldn't find here.
Okay.
And she's from, I don't know.
Honestly,
I just
look,
said
I'll
Korea.
actually say this. Like,
Thailand.
the only scenario where I would actually consider marriage, I've never even said this before, but I'll actually make it tonight, is
Don't say it. Don't say it. You'll regret it. Whatever
Say
it is.
it.
Say it.
Say
Say
it
it
now.
Say it.
Don't
Say it.
wait,
Don't
Andrew.
say it,
It's
Brian.
already late. Just
It's not
say
about
it.
labia.
Yo, it's too late for this crap.
You're
You're either gonna say it or you're not.
Whatever you're about to say,
It's not
play
saying
games.
it, I promise.
Wait, why?
Just don't do it.
Do
I
it.
don't know because
It's-
you will. Just don't say it. Whatever it is.
Wait, why?
Andrew, stop being
Wait,
such
why?
a pussy.
Oh,
Wait, why not do it?
Sorry,
Don't-
excuse my
don't
language.
expose.
I don't know. Stop being such a bitch. But anyway, Brian,
Language.
I wouldn't say it. Whatever it is.
Oh, he's been cussing all night, bro.
You call me a pussy. I call you a bitch. You go. He doesn't match energy. What the fuck?
I
kind of
never
shit?
said
Oh my
that.
God, guys.
I never
Language.
said that.
Language.
He just
Language.
said language.
Brian,
And
can
I
we
said, oh,
actually
he's
hear
been
your
cussing all
argument
night.
Watch
when
language.
I get married? I would love to hear
Wait,
it.
Andrew, why? Just tell me why I can't say it. Is it why?
you have free speech.
Do I
Well,
lose my position?
Because you have the perfect secularist argument, which takes so many secularists off the board and it makes it so that we don't have to compete with these people in 100 fucking years, right? You have the perfect argument to sway them away, to stay the nihilist
Okay.
scumbags that they are, right? So that we never have to compete with them, and you're about to give them some reason, some validation to sway
Andrew.
you. Don't do it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So you don't want Brian to be
So
right?
I'm so
So
curious.
curious.
the perhaps the only scenario
Yeah.
I see myself getting married. This woman has to be fantastic to begin with. A bunch of cool stuff has
And
to be.
she needs you to cross
But-
the border.
But
She has an Audi. She has an Audi.
Green
What do you
card.
want?
so I feel
Get her that
okay.
green card.
I'll just say, it. Like, if she's a virgin, maybe I'll think about it.
You'll marry her.
Okay.
If she's a virgin, maybe.
Andrew's shaking his head
It has
no.
to be an X amount of years. You can't just divorce her as soon as she like lands because you know Homeland Security.
That's a good idea. I could get married, have sex, then divorce her.
Oh my
Then she'll be
goodness.
deported. No.
That's
Okay,
terrible.
well,
That's
their
horrible.
situation is- I'm
Traumatizing.
joking.
How do we even
but that
get
is
onto
one
this topic, bro?
That is one scenario.
It's been like an
Let's get back to
hour on
notes.
one
Let's go to
topic.
notes.
Win for me.
Here,
was brilliant.
not a win for you.
Win
not
for
a win
me.
for you.
Yeah.
Look, never sign a contract with someone who is rewarded for breaking it. Reality is, when women break this marriage contract, they're often rewarded.
Well, you can just break the
financially.
contract and deport her if
Oh,
she
yeah,
threatens
your
her.
scenario is
True.
ridiculous.
Threaten to
but-
send her back to her country.
Kamala's
The scenario is
administration.
ridiculous.
She'd
Scenario
get
is
to stay.
ridiculous. So, okay, here we're gonna move it on. I'm gonna try to get through all the